a few feathers on Instagram and social media. Let's get into the story and see what Wallo got everybody so riled up about.
Black Twitter and podcasters who represent Black Twitter are calling for Wallo to be canceled over comments he made that are currently going viral. Now, these comments stem around his relationships with Black-owned businesses.
Us? Oh, I'm Black. No Black people. Nobody gives a out there. Kill that. How? Either you got a good business or you don't. All that. Nobody want to hear that. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a Black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people. No, I support consistency, baby. Yeah, man. What color you is? I'm spending my money. That paper, I'm gonna spend the millions where I want to spend it at. Brothers, Porsche, Ferrari, I'm going to do what I want to do while I'm here. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: I ain't gonna be finessed off some Black. But one thing about it, 70% of you is not going to make it. I'm not no motivational speaker that talk this.
The NBA playoffs are here, and I'm betting rebound props on FanDuel. I am the lead.
All right, y'all, let's get these sponsors out the way. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and share.
I'm the number one in the country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary. I make millions, and I make millionaires, baby. You understand? I come from the ghetto.
Sounds like a whole lot of truth to me, man. If you're wondering, Flacco, what exactly did he say wrong? Go to somebody else, because I don't know what he said wrong, bro. Sounds like a whole lot of truth. Yo, if I'm gonna give you my money, the transaction has to be mutually beneficial. If I'm giving you my money for some food, the food has to be good. If I'm giving you my money for some clothes, the clothes has to be quality. If I'm giving you my money for customer service, the customer service has to be good. I have to leave satisfied. And that's all he's saying. I'm not just supporting you strictly off of you are a Black-owned business. When there's a business next door that does a better job, cut it out, bro. And a lot of these things are based on perspective. So from my perspective, I don't think he's talking to the Black-owned businesses who are doing a great job, who are on their stuff, who do have a great business, who do have quality that they're giving you in exchange for your dollar. Now, when we want to have the conversation of if a Black-owned business is bringing you quality, is bringing you the same thing that you can get from somewhere else, but they're doing it just as good, well, that's a conversation. That's a very uncomfortable conversation we will have about who do you choose. But for the sake of this conversation, we won't go there. Now, people on Black Twitter are having a blast with this Wallo video. They're leaving reactions, quote tweets, and they're going off on him. One user will say that Wallo has been tap dancing for years. A user who goes by the name of Big Malcolm X Play Cousin will write, Wallo and Gilly have been tap dancing for years. Not once has Wallo attacked a white corporation or demanded a perfect experience from them. Dr. Amos Wilson warned us about these blank Black capitalists. Wallo is directly speaking to the businesses who want you to support them strictly because they are Black-owned businesses. There's not a white corporation who says, hey, support me because I'm white. Usually it's implied you're going to pick the best experience from the corporation, that gives you the best value for your buck. Now, one user will even take the video and he will call out Wallo for the hypocrisy.
So Wallo made some strong comments. He's talking tough to a room full of quote unquote Black people. I mean, just talking tough, said he is not going to be finessed off no Black. He ain't gonna support no Black businesses just because they owned by somebody Black. He ain't gonna be finessed on no Black. But I think out of his own words, when he got out of prison, he was finessing Black people. And I'm pretty sure, who was you selling those t-shirts to, my guy? When you say you was buying them for $5 and selling them for $20. And you say they were gilding t-shirts too, that really cost $1. So who were you finessing? Who were you selling those t-shirts to? Who were you asking to support you? Who? And how long did those t-shirts last? Was your customer service? Did you go to training for your customer service? I'm pretty sure you did.
But this doesn't refute Wallo's point. All this proves is, yeah, you shouldn't have bought the shirt from Wallo for $20 if you could go down the street and get the same shirt for $5. whoever bought those shirts from Wallo got finessed and got hoodwinked. But that doesn't take away from the point that he's saying, which is, yeah, you should not be finessed by this. It's a black business scam, and you should go and buy that shirt for $5 if it's the same quality shirt that band is trying to resell you. Now, one person in particular that had a deep dive on this that I definitely want for us to review and do a deep analysis on is Rachel Lindsay. She is Van Lathan co-host of the Higher Learning Podcast, a podcast that I watch every week. Now, she takes a more sinister approach when it comes to Wallo, and here's what she had to say.
I'm hoping that I disagree with everything he said. Let me just put that straight out. I'm hoping that there's more context to it because I'm trying to understand where this came from and why. Like, I don't understand him screaming at an audience and basically almost saying black businesses aren't shit.
Okay, so he's a very passionate guy. So when Wallo speaks, he's very passionate.
I'm a passionate person too.
That's probably why he was screaming.
I'm a passionate person too.
You are.
But it basically sounded like he was saying, and this is my first time listening to it, but he was basically saying, black businesses ain't shit. And don't expect me to lift your shitty black business up. I understand if he's speaking in terms of you can't expect your business to be successful by only saying I'm a black-owned business and therefore because you are black, you need to support my black-owned business. If that's what he means, I understand that. But the way that he's yelling in this context and basically saying, I'm not going to support you just because you're black.
I have prepared Thomas's breakfast for you to savor together.
Thanks, Tom. Hey, are English muffins from England?
Let's get these sponsors out the way. Hit the like button. What y'all think of the show? Is Wallo right? Or is Wallo wrong? Y'all let me know in the comments.
I like Rachel, but it tickles me seeing industry people have to give honest opinions, right? Because they're caught between a rock and a hard place. Usually it's very easy to sort of pander to a particular base. And usually the people you like fall on the side of that base. So pandering to them and pandering to your base is usually the same thing. But with situations like this, where somebody who's usually on the side of your base or, who's pro your pander, like with seeing that person now, they have a drastic opinion that goes against your base and who you pander to. Seeing these industry people have to give honest opinions tickles me, bro. Because, you see how much they're struggling with it, bro. You see, bro, again, not just Rachel, because there's other people I've seen as well where it's, I hope, man, no, nah, bro. Y'all in these YouTube streets with us, bro. It's time to criticize our own. I can't be the only hater on YouTube, bro. Somebody got to be a hater like Flock. I can't be the only hater on YouTube, bro. So seeing these industry people have to give real opinions. Oh, okay. This is what I like. Now, shout out to Van Lathan, because I do think Van Lathan is a hater like me, bro. Van Lathan don't care. Van Lathan gonna give it up. All right, he burned bridges all the time. He don't care. But with Rachel, when she says, I hope he's saying, don't support a black business if the black business isn't giving you good customer service. Well, that's exactly what he's saying. And then she says, I hope he's not saying don't just support a business because they're black. That's exactly what he's saying, right? That the business being a black-owned business, some consideration for the business, but 95% of the consideration should be, what is the value that I'm getting for this business? What is the value that I'm receiving back? And that's all this is about. So when Rachel Lindsay say, I hope he's not saying, don't just support a business because they're black. That's exactly what he's saying. And he will be absolutely right for that.
I feel like when people say support black-owned businesses, that's not what they're asking for.
What? Okay, you want me to say something? I'm listening to you.
I mean, like, this is all I have. This is my first time listening to it. I didn't listen to this. I didn't hear this before. It sounds to me this clip sounds so anti-black. And it so seems to me to miss the whole movement around support black businesses. It's, hey.
This Wallo clip is the most pro-black clip I'd have ever seen. What's more pro-black than telling black folks, listen, take pride in your business. Take pride in what you are putting out there. take pride in the product that's representing you. And if you take pride in that, we got your back. We're going to support you. We're going to ride for you. But to the other business owners who give black folks a bad name because they come out here with bad product, bad customer service, everything is bad, and they want us to support it and put our dollars in it, and now those people are represented in the same market as the good business owner. Nah, bro, cut it out. Y'all go to the back of the line, bro. I think that's as pro-black as it gets. I don't see how that's anti-black. It's anti-black to tell black businesses, hey, bro, if you are doing well, if you're a business with great product, we're going to support you. If you're not, you can't get my dollar, bro. I don't, listen, bro. At times I wonder, bro, do Rachel believe the things she say, or do Rachel know that her audience would like to hear this? Because Rachel probably knows, bro, like the black Twitter will probably eat this up, right? And in about a week or so, we will forget this bad take and move on to another take. But if she pisses off her demographic and her audience, you know what they're going to do? We done messing with you, bro. All right, we not supporting you no more. Opposed to, yo, if you got to sacrifice yourself, give a bad take and still please that base, and then we forget about your bad take in a week, then so be it. But this right here to me is just...
For me, for example, I sat on this podcast one time and I was like, I don't know the list of black businesses out there that are at Target or at Walmart. When we were talking about DEI, we were talking about Tabitha Brown, and we were having that. And then people flooded me with, hey, there's an encyclopedia or kind of a Bible of black businesses and how you can support them and find them. They're not saying, I just... When I listen to this, it just sounds so anti-black. The whole movement is, hey, you might not be aware that you can get these same products from black businesses and you can support and uplift them because they might not have the marketing the same way. They might not have the money or the capital. They might not have the support in the same way.
And just to piggyback off of what they talking about, y'all, long story short, yeah, I mean, the black businesses, man, not gonna say all, but some of them, they do be half-stepping. I mean, we gotta keep it real. We gotta keep it a hundo. Like I said, everybody run their business is different, which is true. Some gonna give it to y'all, some gonna give it half-assed. I mean, that's the same thing like when you supporting these churches and these, you know, the cookouts and, you know, the food they be selling and having. It's like, sometimes you want to support, and other times you don't, because half of the time, the food really don't be all the way there like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't give you much for, you know what I'm saying, what you pay. It's like you're going out your way and you're supporting, but they're not really giving you much. So I get that. I respect that. So yeah, teach his own. You should be able to spend your money where you want to. I don't find an issue or problem with what Wallo had said or what Wallo is doing. I mean, that's just what it is. You can take your business where you want to take it, and you should be able to do that without a problem. So, or without anybody being upset. Business is business. Whether your business is good or bad, hey, that depends on if I'm coming back or not. So, a lot of these cookouts, I don't return to and support because the food wasn't right the first or the second time. You know, you'll give them a second chance, but after that, I have to pass on y'all cookout. I can't support y'all. I mean, the food wasn't what it was. Y'all said it was gonna be this and it wasn't that. I mean, Wallo just keeping it real. So y'all jump down in the comments and let me know what y'all think, man. It's been going on for a long time, forever, with businesses, white owned and black owned. There's been some white businesses that it wasn't worth. You know what I'm saying? I went there one time. I didn't even go back a second time. So y'all jump down in the comments section below and let me know what y'all think, man. What's y'all intake? Hit the like button. Until next time, I'll catch y'all after these messages. We out. Shout out to Flacco too, man.